It's gonna be a long one, so hopefully you guys have coffee and have a snack. I'm trying out a different setup. I'm not sure how this is going to work out or how it will actually come out. I would love to kind of chit chat with you guys. I haven't had one of these conversations with you guys in a long time, just kind of like getting in front of the camera. And yesterday, I was going through my infertility videos. I wanted to post at least another one, and I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to post instead of doing them in order. It was just, there's just so much footage and information that I have. But what I noticed is that they're all in my car and my thoughts are very scattered. They are very raw and in the moment, but I just didn't want to post another video without kind of like giving you guys some background and just overall kind of like summarizing everything and where we stand about pretty much my infertility journey. I got my Starbucks, I did my makeup, I just got back from an appointment, which, ouch. And my infertility, or this journey, started October of 2018. My wife and I went to Pride, we went to the parade, and I had already had a conversation with her in regards to us starting to think about conceiving and that sort of stuff. So when Pride came about, October of 2018, we finally both had a conversation where we were okay with having children. Let's do some research, let's find out, like what our options are, and we can go from there. Come across a booth while we're at Pride, walking around for a clinic. And they had kind of like a seminar for us to go and kind of like know what our options would be. They gave us a voucher so that your first consultation would be free right after the actual seminar. So we went to the seminar. My wife was kind of like, I feel like, that was kind of like sex ed type of information. And I said, hey, let's go to the consultation. It's free. Let's just check it out. Did lots of blood work. Okay. Let's just put it this way. And I'm kind of like summarizing all of the videos that I have because I remember looking at each and every single one of these videos and being super frustrated after each and every single one of the tests that were done. In the midst of all of these blood work, frustrations, ultrasounds, HSGs, they came across the fact that I have PCOS. At first, I did not understand what PCOS meant. I have PCOS, and they decided to also they found a cyst on me. Besides the cyst, they found some scar tissue on one of my fallopian tubes that they wanted to go in and do surgery, and did not want me to do an IUI until I actually did this surgery. I disagreed with the surgery, and if I show you guys my tears, like my frustrations, you guys would kind of like be in tune. They want to do the surgery. The surgery is to go through my belly button. And then I declined that surgery because they wanted to go through my belly button, and I felt as though they were going to be creating more scar tissue versus like helping me. So I was kind of feeling already, after all the frustrations, after all of the appointments, like I was just a number to this particular clinic. And when I requested for an IUI, or if they would sign off on an A1 form for the fertility clinic to release the sperm, they declined. And I said, okay, well, first of all, I chose to go. This was let's say January to February of 2019. They declined signing that A1 form, and they also declined moving forward with the IUI unless I sat down and I came up with another plan with the doctor. I overall just felt like a number, and I said, okay, this is not the best clinic for us. We're literally just a number. They're not looking out for our best interest. And I decided to go to my OB and get a second opinion on one, the cyst that they were talking about, and two, the scar tissue. The reason behind what they were saying I had scar tissue and why they wanted to remove it with my regular OB. I'm so grateful, and after looking at a lot of these videos, I'm very grateful that I went for a second opinion, because my OB said no, everything was fine. And then I went ahead and I started searching for another fertility clinic. It took me about 2 months to find another one. To be very honest with you guys, I called one particular one here in Atlanta and left emails, left voicemails, and it took them 3 months to call me back. I sat down and spoke with my current fertility clinic, which fertility specialist, I should say, because the clinic that I initially started with her changed names over the summer, and she started her own clinic, so I went ahead and I am directly with her. So we're going to say I met with this doctor and with this clinic probably in like June. So March, April, May, June. Yes, 3 months. In June of 2019. And she looked at my files. She had me do a couple of other things. And then we started in August, I believe, with our first IUI. Our first insemination did not work. Let me stop and hold and tell you guys. In between those 3 months, so from like March through June, my wife and I did at-home inseminations. If I'm not mistaken, it may have been 3 or 4 at-home inseminations, and they did not work. I was using the over-the-counter ovulation tests. Would get a happy face, not the bright happy. So I would get the happy face, and then we would kind of like work around that. But with PCOS, because I was not very well informed, I was not 100% as to like what that meant for me and for my body. While I was looking at these videos, I saw a lot of scarring all over my face. And I couldn't understand why I had a lot of breakouts and stuff, and I still get them. Like I still have a lot of scars from, acne, but it's hormonal. So either way, I went ahead and we did, I'm pretty certain it was 4 IUIs that we did at home, and they did not work. So finally, when we sat down with our current endocrinologist, we explained to her everything that we had already experienced, and she was very open and willing to help us. She asked us if we wanted to try doing an IUI unmedicated, or if we wanted to do it medicated. My wife and I said, listen, we've already tried unmedicated, timed, quote unquote, what we thought was timed, and that did not work. So we would like some additional help. So August of 2019, we did our first IUI medicated using metformin and a trigger shot. I started at 2.5 milligrams of metformin. That didn't work. I think we moved it up to 5, and then 7.5 was what actually helped me get my follicles and my uterine lining to the size that we needed it to be. First IUI didn't work. Second IUI was in November of 2019, and this is where we were blessed and we were able to get pregnant. Unfortunately, December of 2019, we miscarried, or I had a miscarriage. It was an excruciating amount of pain, not just physically, mentally. I'm okay today. Here we are a year later and we're trying again. I laugh, but at the same time, I just want you guys to know that it wasn't an easy experience. It just wasn't. It was very unpleasant. I don't wish that on anyone. I don't wish my hospital experience on anyone either, because I just remember listening to my video yesterday, and I waited until January to record something and say pretty much like, when my dogs had pancreatitis, my dogs were treated much better than I was at the hospital. So I don't wish that experience on anyone at all. Do I still wish that things would have gone differently? Absolutely. Do I kind of sort of wish that I would have done things differently? Yes. But I learned from that experience, and I know that there are so many other women out there who have also gone through the same exact situation. And there's a huge community with so much support that I personally love and enjoy tremendously. And I love being part of this community. Like, does it suck to be part of this community? Yes. But anyone after me that may be experiencing or that may be going through this journey can actually know that they're not alone. And when I was going through it, I did feel alone, even though I knew of other women that had miscarried. So we fast forward to March of 2020, third IUI, and it did not work. It sucks and it stinks. PCOS does stink. But I also, from January till about, I'm gonna say that I have a Peloton. My wife got me a Peloton January of this year for my mental health, but also for my health overall. And from June of 2020, when I went on Whole30, till about August, I lost a good 15 pounds. I've gained 3 from August till now, November, so about a pound each month. And I'm back right now on Whole30, not 100%, but not pretty much having so much junk like I was. So am I hopeful that this journey or this time around is actually going to work out? Yes, I am very, very hopeful. But what's the plan after this IUI? Let's say if it does not work, okay? My wife and I have discussed, because I am already 37. In the upcoming year, I'll be turning 38. The next step would be IVF. I don't know. God opened this door. Am I afraid of what's to happen in the upcoming weeks, upcoming months in the middle of a pandemic? Yes, I am freaking out. It's much easier for me to say that I need to kind of just let it go, or what I can actually do, but it's out of my hands, it's out of my control. I think some of the things that kind of cross my mind right now are health insurance. What will happen if I end up getting pregnant? What will happen if I end up with twins? There's a likeliness, there's a possibility of twins happening. Normally, my follicle counts previously were 1, always 1, and it was my right side that kind of produces follicles. And in March, I was able to produce 3 follicles that were in a decent size. They were mature. Today, I went to the doctors after taking medicine, the letrozole and that kind of stuff. We are at about 2, 1 on each side. My left side, I tend to call it my lazy side, but I'm grateful God is working in different ways. I did leave the doctor's office today. We need to wait a couple more days. We do have 2 follicles that are in the 15 to 16 range. So I have to go back in a couple of days. Today is Thursday, so probably Saturday, to check the follicles and see if they have grown extra, or if we need to go back on more meds, or if I have to wait a couple more days. We don't know. It's all a waiting game. Again, I am excited. I'm excited to be going through this journey. At the same time, I'm nervous, but I can't base my previous experience on what could happen, you know? So in a nutshell, I think I just told you the story of my journey, my fertility or infertility journey in a matter of 23 minutes, pretty much a journey of 1 year. Last year in November of 2019, November 18th, 2019, was when I had my last IUI. And that's when I was able to conceive, pretty much like in hopes that I am able to conceive. I've been wanting this for now going on pretty much for the last 2 years. And I know that my body is capable of bringing life to this world, but we'll see. So honestly, the picture that I had posted of me at the office with the pumpkin colored dress, long sleeve dress, my hair was straight. In that picture, I was already expecting. I was already pregnant. I was already getting so many comments on social media during that time last year, saying that I was just looking so beautiful and I was glowing. I'm looking forward to what's to come. My wife made breakfast this morning and I asked her, how are you feeling? And she said she literally just wants to have a little one now, or little ones. I think we both have agreed that we want twins. It sounds crazy. It sounds insane for us to be saying that, but I'll be 38 in the upcoming year. And I just think that having twins would totally be a blessing, but I will be so grateful if God blesses me with one child at all that I get to carry, because I know that I waited a very long time to have children. I didn't think that this journey was going to be like this. I never pictured for me to be sitting here today and saying this is my journey, or this is our journey. And it has been. I don't regret anything. I don't take anything back. I do feel like I lived my life in my young years, and I'm just ready. I really am. I'm ready. And I feel like when you're truly ready and your heart is open and your mind is open, anything and everything is possible. So with that being said, wish us luck. Stay tuned. Hopefully sometime in the next few weeks or few months, I can kind of give you guys an update and let you guys know where we stand. But yeah, this is it. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to leave them below. Yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye.